Hello, everyone. Can you guys hear me? Gustavo, how are you? Hi, Gwenta, how are you? Orion is still here? Orion? Okay. Thank you, Gustavo. Hi, Ian, how are you? How you feeling, buddy? Hi, Leonard. You're up late? 12:30. Want to go for a bicycle ride later on? Leonard? Okay, good. If you guys hearing me, then it's good. I'm going to bring down the air conditioning. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? All doing fine? All doing well, I hope. Hi, Scooter. So strange. I'm actually seeing the chat earlier on the screen itself than this other thing that comes in later on. But I don't know. It's so weird. Anyway. Hi, Jacob. How are you? Good morning. David Zemperi. Hi, Jonathan. Hope you and your family are fine. You're suggesting about a way to search my tone. Help me a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ah, grazie. It's okay, it's okay. Prego. Hi, Magic. On duty. What? Oh, on duty, huh? Yeah, I remember. Going to. How are you? Are you doing well after vaccination? Do I look weird after the vaccination? I'm fine. Okay, in case you guys don't know, I had a vaccination on Wednesday. Right, today is Friday. So I had it on Wednesday, 2 days ago. I had the notification by letter, by mail on Tuesday, and then I booked for an appointment, and the earliest slot they gave me was the day after, so it was on Wednesday. Went there. It was very efficient. Like it was in a community center, very near from here, from where I stay. Yeah, it took me like half an hour before I got jabbed on reaching there. So the young lady who jabbed me was very nice. Yeah, she was really professional about it. I guess they were trained to do that. And I thought it was going to be bad, but it was just like an ant bite, like how you get when a big red ant bit you. It's like that, just a real prick, and they made you wait in the hall for half an hour, so to monitor you just in case you have any adverse reaction, which I did not. Proceeded to head on back. It was okay on that night, but towards the end of the day, I got back like I got back like 7 p.m. Yeah, no, I got back at 6 p.m. Right, and I did a video about this video that I did recently about the PRS guitar. Right, I did the video on the PRS guitar. It was okay. I still managed to play. But I felt a bit flush because I look at my mirror and I was like a little bit like on the red side. It's like having a glass of wine, I used to get a little bit red when I drink alcohol. So it was like that, a little bit of buzz, but nothing drastic. Yeah, it was nice. It was a nice feeling. But what happened was the day after when I woke up and I found. Oh, right after before I slept, I started to have ache on the place where they jabbed me. So it was an ache. It was a dull ache, and then The next day when I woke up, I had difficulty like raising up my hand. But that lasted a couple of hours. So when I woke up today is Friday, right? So Thursday I had it bad. Friday it was all gone. It was all fine. So yeah, it's all cool. So don't worry about me because I'm fine. Yeah. So I had the Pfizer. I had the Pfizer vaccine. So Singapore had just recently introduced the Moderna vaccine for certain centers. Right, we have a lot of centers that dispense with this vaccination, and mine was the Pfizer. So I'm having my next jab on the 14th, if I'm mistaken, of next month. Yeah, so it's about. Okay, so Ian, I just had a vaccine, so my yeah, right, Ian. Yeah, that's the same feeling I had. Yeah. Thank you, Magic. Bear, yeah. Hi, Bear. How are you? My second, my second hair is growing nicely after the message. So I say you're looking good. I'm laughing too loud. This is probably because of vaccine. No. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. So they advise you not to do any strenuous exercise prior to that. So I didn't do any strenuous exercise. Well, not the strenuous kind anyway. And no alcohol for the next 48 hours, which is not a problem for me because I don't drink alcohol anyway, regularly anyway. And yeah, so it's all good. It's all good. I'm just waiting for a second jab. They're rolling like I remember telling you guys a couple of live stream back that they're rolling out the vaccines for those in age 60 and above. So they're also rolling out the vaccines for those who are younger than that because of the occupation of their occupation. So it's good. Singapore is kind of like being really proactive about rolling out the vaccines. Yeah. Scooter, yeah, PRS hollow body sounded great. Yeah, it might sound great, but yeah, I didn't feel good playing the guitar. Or not because of the vaccine, but it was a bit hard to kind of like get my way around the frets. It's strange because it's an ebony fretboard. I play in a whole lot of ebony fretboard, so I don't know whether it's because of the fretboard or because of the frets, but it was hard for me to bend. Not terribly hard, but there was an effort. Not like the other guitars that I have or played before, but the pickups really sounded great, and I was quite surprised with the Paizo pickups. I was corrected about that, right? So okay, I'm gonna make a mental note. So it's pronounced as Paizo. So yeah, the Paizo pickups sounded great. The Arabex Paizo pickups sounded great. Yeah. Bear, I had both huge bruise on my left arm and was tired for a few days. Wow. Okay, but you're okay now, right, Bear? You okay? David, question about the use of compressor. Can you tell me which general settings are good both for clean and distorted tone? Those Steve Lukather's solos so sustained and clean. That's a good question. William, now they can monitor. Yeah, that's normal for any jab in the arm. Yeah, trust. I'm a professional pin cruise. Pin cruise. Glad to hear you're doing well. No satellites, just set. You're right there. All right. Coming back to David. If you want to get the kind of tone that Steve Lukather has, it's basically you gotta know what he's using. He's actually using a amp head with loaded resistors. So that was his earlier tones. Right now he's using Bogner amps and stuff like that. But I'm sure he has compressors somewhere. And his tones are ever changing as he plays. So his tone now is so different from the tone that he had back in say in the 80s. But my favorite time with him, listening to him, my favorite tone of Steve Lukather was back in the 80s, and I that was like with the compressor, and I guess I can mimic the kind of tone with the use of compressors, but the compressors are always before any distortion unit or before the amps. Yeah. So that's one way to do it. I think you were asking me about why some people will use compressors at the end of the signal chain. It's because they wanted to kind of like control the overall volume. That includes the delays and reverb and what have you, to be manageable. But I tend not to do that. So you can always put your compressors after everything, but before the time base unit. So if you want to compress, kind of like get the signal to be to be more controlled, you can do that, and then after that you can put in a time base unit like your reverb and delay. I would like to do it the other way around, where I'll have it on the first of the chain right at the get-go. So I have my signal coming in really controlled in a way. And it depends on what I want to do, that because if this gig, I'm doing a lot of rhythm guitars and I'm doing solos, so I might just have like a compressor that is lightly tweaked, so that I don't peak out too much when I'm doing rhythm, so I can still hear every note that I'm playing. I'm doing like all this funk strummings and muted parts, and just leave it as it is, and because that will work for any solo lines that I want to do. Now, of course, I'm using the Helix, so I have the luxury of changing patches when I'm doing a full-blown solo. So on my full-blown solo preset, I have a different compressor. I have a compressor that has a little bit more threshold, meaning I compress it a little bit more so that I get more sustain in a way, but yet not too compressed where it doesn't come out. So it just gives me a little bit more sustain. So when I feed it to the distorted amp or whatever high gain amp setting that I'm using, or the preamps, it will translate really well. So that's what I do. Right? Hope you understand. Right. Okay. Ian, they can do that through your home. Why do they need a nano chip? Ian, phone even, yeah. Johnny Langtone. Bear, do you know of a pedal that adds presence? Yeah. I mean, you can add presence with a equalizer. With a equalizer pedal, something like that. Right. All you need to do is just to tweak the highs, the frequency that you choose. So I would add like maybe it's a 6K. Everything will be flat. I'll just add the 6K, right? 6.4K. That would add a little bit more presence. So an equalizer pedal is so useful in a pedal board. If you're using a multi effects like the MG30 or the Helix, there are inbuilt built-in equalizers, so you can kind of use that too. There you go, Ian. Gonalisa, hello. Where are you from, Gonalisa? This is the first time I saw you. First time I'm seeing you here. Where are you from? So when's the second vaccination, Ian? When are you having the second one? Have you had yours yet? Anyone here had the vaccination yet? Apart from me and Ian? How are you guys feeling? Leonard, have you received any letter yet? Do I play the blues? Well, I try to play the blues. I can play the blues if I want to, but I'm not predominantly a blues player. Okay, it's supposed to be in 2 weeks, but they are taking up to 11 weeks. Wow. Cool, Scooter. How are you feeling? You feeling fine? Oh, okay, David. David, you're still in Italy, right? Are you still in Italy? I heard that there's a lockdown again in Italy. Cool. I'm glad. I'm glad, Scooter. Hey, hi Tim. And hi Tina if you're there. Hi Tim and Tina. Jacob, I think I only get my vaccine in September this year. That's because you're still young, Jacob. Oh, Leonard, you're not eligible because you're allergic to whatever that is. I'm just going to try to pronounce it because I love to pronounce words like that. Ciprofloxacin? Ciprofloxacin? Okay. Okay, Leonard. The Murrock. I just want to know how old you are. I just passed 60. Yeah, I'm 60 right now. 60 years of old. Of age. Of old. Tim, and where are you from, the Murrock? Timothy, hello John from the suburb of Chicago. Do you believe the Zoom 6 will succeed? That's an interesting question. I when I first saw the Z11 or the Z11, or the G11, Z11, soon, the G11. When I first saw it, I wanted to love it. I wanted to like it a lot. I was having really high expectations because I love the G5, right? And but when I had it, when I was reviewing it, I came off a little bittersweet. Yeah, it just didn't live up to my expectations. And now with the G6, it was a little bit better because I kind of like play around a little bit more with the IRs, and I got it to work really well. But again, a little bit of sweet taste. This time is more because of the DSP power. Yeah, the lack of DSP power. So there's limitations with what you can do and what you can add. Adding a IR that would make your rig sound really good would take up 23% of the total DSP power, and that's a bummer. So I just only hope that they could have, bump up the DSP, the chip, and give it a little bit more oomph so that it won't run out of memory space, or rather DSP power. Yeah, that's my only gripe with it. Hi Dave T. Yes, I'm in Italy, and the first case of COVID here started not so far from my area. Yes, I heard that you guys are in lockdown again. You take care, David. Eh? Take care. But Scooter John, thinking of building a telly for my kid. Go for it. Yep, go for it. If you're good with your hands, which I'm not, go for it. I mean, if you're good at electronics, you know how to solder stuff, go for it. And you're good at painting and kind of wood finishes and building a nut and stuff like that, go for it. I can't do all that unless I take a course, and even then, the thought of me injuring my fingers would be a bummer. So yeah, I kind of like have my doubts about it, but I don't know, who knows, this is something that I might do later on. But go for it, Scooter. Yeah, Leonard, Cipro is a antibiotic, and I break out in rashes. I understand. Okay. Yeah, then they were asking me, like, what am I allergic to? So I told them Ben and Jerry. And they go like, what? I said, Ben and Jerry. So what? Ben and Jerry ice cream. I said, huh? I said, yeah, I break out in rashes when I consume Ben and Jerry. That's why I don't consume Ben and Jerry anymore. So for me, it's Haagen-Dazs and nothing else. So and walls. But it didn't matter. So I said it's okay. I don't think it really mattered, and it didn't. Andrew Cordell, I'll get my second Moderna next week. Feels good to have made decisions to be done with it. Yes, good for you, Andrew. Yep. Did you get any ache, Andrew, in your hand when you got the first jab? Timothy Matthew, hi. I work. Uh, what? The FCA Chrysler plant. Just got off the line looking at some cars. I'm a supplier, offsite engineer. I look forward to Fridays watching my love stream. All right, Timothy. Thank you. Yeah. It's not a love stream. It's a live stream. Hi, Esther. Good morning. Hi, Esther. Good morning. Timothy. Timothy Yates. Yeah. I think Zoom really need to evaluate their line. I play more guitar, but not having any bass capabilities makes purchasing a Helix LT a no-brainer. You're right. You're right. Even the MG30, the Noex MG30 has amps and cap simulation for bass guitar. You know? Ian never built a kit guitar, but I'm rebuilding my Tally at the moment. My advice: get the neck pocket right. Timothy Matthew, have you looked at the new Squire Contemporary Cool Colors? No, I have not. I've yet to connect with the guys in Band Lab because they're the one who supplies me with all these Fender guitars, the new Fender guitars. Yeah, it's been a while. I'll probably call him next week. My scooter, you got Wayne. Yeah, if I were to build a Tally, I would probably give it to Wayne. Yes, you're right. And I wouldn't build like a normal Tally. I would probably build a warm-up Tally. See, the thing is that I'm not saving up because there's not really substantial income coming in these days. But I was planning on a custom build before COVID. So my plan was to get a custom build from G&L. Now I'm like thinking maybe I shouldn't go that way. Maybe I should just do a custom build with warm-up parts, with the bodies that I wanted and the neck that I wanted, the fretboard and the frets itself. I wanted a extra jumbo, extra jumbo stainless steel fret. Yeah. So okay, my wish list for a custom build would be the stuff for the frets, extra jumbo stainless steel frets, right, with rosewood fretboard. But the neck, I want it to be a roasted maple, a bird's eye roasted maple neck. And for the headstock, I want it to be anything. It could be a fender shape or whatever. A Strat shape or whatever. Because Walmart can do that. They're licensed to do that. So I'll have that for the neck. As for the fret radius, I'll probably go for a 9.5 or 10 inches. I think that would do. That is still under consideration. I might just go for a 13. Considering that I'm really comfortable with my Nick Johnson, which is around 14. But I'll probably end up with a 9.5 or 10 fret radius. 42 millimeter nut width. I want a bone nut, a polished bone nut, something that doesn't catch on, and a lock-in tuners. Right, this is just for a neck. Lock-in tuners compensated, staggered lock-in tuners, so that I won't have any need for any string trees. And that's for the neck. For the body, my wish list would be a Swamp Ash body, unfinished, with all the grain and everything, and all the gnarly thing. But I want it to be like this, but I want it to be finished in such a way where it has a really nice tint to it, so that it still retain the wood color. Probably maybe dye a little bit darker than the original ones, but just have a nice tint to it. I wanted to have a tally shape. A tally shape. But I want the belly cut and everything, so the sides are all rounded and really comfortable. That's my wish list. And for the pickups, I would make this like a Nashville tally in a way, because the neck is probably like a Strat. I'll have 3 pickups, and I'll have a single double. Yeah, I'll have a single humbucker. So the pickup choices, I'm still thinking about it, and I would like that body to be, the cavity for the tremolo bridge to be just nice for a Vega tram, you know, because a Vega tram is kind of narrow instead of a normal tremolo system is kind of wide. So the Vega tram is kind of, so if you fit it onto a normal one, you can see the hole. So I don't want to see the hole. So I want it to be nice enough so that I can wang up and down, but not too wide so that I can see the hole. So I want it to be made in such a certain specification where I can install the Vega tram. And that will be my dream guitar for warm-up. Alright. Okay, so where are you? William O'Bionen, I've just found you. You found me. Touch. I have to say, enjoying your channel. Thank you, William. Thank you so much. Hi, Todd. How are you? Oh, yeah, work stuff. Okay. David, about ratio and attack following the previous compressor question. Better use low settings or not? Okay, so you have to understand what are ratios and attack. So, ratio being like 2 to 1, 3 to 1, or whatever you have. Like, all these are all compressors. The amount of compression that you put in when the threshold kicks in. So this happened after the fact, and you can put for a always on compressor, 2 to 1 is good enough, or 3 to 1, whatever. The attack, like the minimal attack, means that you are it's really subjective, because some of them have different ways of working. So if you turn it this way, anti-clockwise for the attack, some compressors will behave differently, because that means that there is a spot on attack, meaning that when you hit the string, it will just react immediately. So it's really good for percussive stuff. And if you turn it clockwise, it will increase the delay time. So you kind of have it kicking in after the fact. So when you're picking it, just a slight delay, just a couple of milliseconds. So like I said, it works differently on different units. Sometimes on the attack, you have to go all the way to clockwise to increase the attack time, meaning to decrease the attack time. And so it works the other way around. So you got to be careful which unit you're looking at. Hi, Julio. I'm not Rambo. Timothy, any new materials with you and the girls? My wife don't sing. Yeah, we're working on something, me and my daughters. Thinking of doing a song that they grew up with, which they heard in the car when they go for car rides with me back when they were young. So I'm still thinking about a song. Probably something simple. Yep. My man, Scooter. Yeah, burritos. Burritos are the bomb, man. They settle everything. Yeah, forget about Ben and Jerry. Andrew Cordell, my arm hurts for about a day, and that was it. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, same with me. Timothy Matthew, I purposely wrote Love Stream. Okay. Esther, eating your dinner? Yes, I did about 2 hours ago. Yeah, wife cooked, but I had some namki dumplings, bao, chashu dumpling in the fridge. So if I'm not going cycling after the stream, I'll probably end up eating those 3 dumplings, 3 baos, right? But I'm thinking of going cycling, yeah, after the stream, a short ride. Hi, David Askin. Good morning to you. Campman, 8 years with a camper here and still happy. Good for you, man. I love the camper. Yeah, I love the camper. I think it's an incredible piece of machinery. Yeah, it works. It works. And yeah, what's that word? Good Nick. I forgot how you say good afternoon in German. Yeah, I forgot. I don't know how to say guten Tag, guten Nick. So what is good afternoon? Guten Morgen. That's good morning. Yeah. Teach me, man. How you say good afternoon or good evening? Oh, good evening. Good evening is good Nick. No, good night. Yeah. Good evening. How do you say good evening in German? Esther, lovely signature guitar. Which guitar? Which signature guitar are you talking about, Esther? Jacob Lim, sounds like you want a hand rub vamp. Yes. You got it, Jacob. You nailed it. Yeah, you said it. Hand rub. With I want a roasted maple bird-sized neck with hand rub gun. What call it? Gun oil? The hand rub, like the ones you see in the, that was inappropriate anyway. Like the ones you see in the Music Man Ernie Ball, Luke neck. You know, those are like hand rub gun oil, which is really nice. You know. Timothy, Nashville Telecasters are great. Yeah, I know. William, check out Guitar Fetish. They have some great products for your DIY projects. I built a 59 Strat. Pay attention to your finish. I use nitro. Take your time. But like I said, I won't be working on the guitars. Wayne will probably do it for me. I just had this wish list, you know, that is going around my head, but it's gonna cost me a bit. So I'm sitting on that. Bear, I have a MXR custom compressor. That's great. That's a great compressor. BLN, right? Okay. OBLAN? William OBLAN. 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 Okay. So William OBLAN. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. David, I got a Strat body and a Warmoth guitar neck. Company is just around the corner from my house. I just got to make up my mind on what I want. Wow, nice. Cool. I'm jealous, David. Scooter buy as trades. Good Abend. Aye, good Abend. That's it. Thank you, Bear. I didn't know you were a German, Bear. Are you German, Bear? Jace. How about you, Jace? How is it going with your photography? I'm seeing a lot of shots coming up from you. Buenas tardes. Scooter. Sad Ali, what best guitar electronic 200? What you talking about? What pickups or the electronics in your underneath the cavity? What are you talking about? I'm presuming you're talking about the pots and stuff like that. So I have no idea. Maybe someone here can help you. Hi, morning, Eric. Eric, how are you? How are you, Eric? Okay, David. Difficult question now. Which is the Holy Grail distortion pedal in your opinion, the most versatile? I don't know, man. Thank you, Esther, for the coffee. And if you guys want to buy me coffee like what Esther just did, use the super chat and super coupon to buy me a cup of coffee. Esther, your dream specs? Yes, okay, yeah. Yeah, but it's not really my signature guitar. You know, people make signature guitar. The guitar company will make signature guitars for the guitarists. I'm just making it myself. So anyway, Orion, hello, Uncle. Hey, hi, hi, Orion. I saw you earlier on in the chat. You know, I thought you were here, but you apparently are not. Campman, no special sentence for the afternoon. Guten Tag is okay. Your German is excellent, mate. Danke. Dankeschön. I know English, German, Spanish. Good Lord, Bear, you alright? My voice is alles Deutschland. Really? Your dad is German. Oh, cool. But where do you stay now, Bear? Where are you staying now? Hey John, how's it going? Andrew, I'm good, Andrew. In case y'all don't know, I just had my first vaccine. on Wednesday. Yeah, so it was good. It was good. Like I was telling the guys earlier on, it was a Pfizer vaccination, so I'm having the next jab 14 days from Wednesday, which was 2 days back. So the only side effect I had was just a little bit of buzz, like after after a cup of wine, a glass of wine, you feel a little bit of a buzz, and I have like hot flashes on my face for a while, just a while, couple of minutes, like 1 minute. It was a bit of a buzz, it was nice. It was nice. And then the day after that, I had aching hand because I had it on my right hand. And interesting thing about this, because the girl was giving me the vaccination. She asked me, so do you want it on your left or your right? So I go like, so what are the side effects of the injection? Does it give you sore arm? I say yes. A lot of them has this side effect. I say okay, then I will have it on my right. They say, are you right-handed? I say yes, I'm right-handed. Then why do you have it on your right? Because I play the guitar. And if I have it on my left, then I will find it hard to lift up my hand to fret my guitar. Say, oh, okay. So it's a good thing I had it on my right. Or else I won't be doing the PRS hollow body review. Jace, it's going well, I think. No bass work, so got a career change. Nah, it's gonna get better. Yeah. But by the way, great photos. You should start taking photos in the daytime too, not just night shots. I know you're a night bird like me, but you should start taking like day shots, or more interestingly, take sunset, sunrise. Those are the best time. Thank you, Chris, for the coffee. Good morning, Chris. You're up late. I guess you just finished work, right? Alright, Timothy Matthew. I just got the LTD EC1000 Ultraviolet with Fishman Fluence pickup on the spur of the moment impulse buy. The blue purple finish is unbelievable. The pickup's unbelievable. Cool, Matthew. Great. I'm glad you're liking it. LTD makes really nice guitars. And the EC1000 are really good. I'm glad to hear that, Eric. Yeah. Julio, that would be a Mesa Boogie throttle box. What's that? I don't know. Anyway, my wife is German. I live in Tucson. Oh yeah, I forgot. See, it's like I'm getting old. Yes, you're in Tucson and Scooter is in Phoenix. You're not mistaken, right? So, cool. Jacob, Beast used to build some really nice warm-up guitars, like what you wanted, hand rub with gold hardware, really bling and cool. Just that back in those days I was just a kid and could only draw. Yeah, the sad part of it is I used to have a warm-up custom build, which I bought off from a Malaysian guitarist, a rocker, and he was in need of money, so he sold that to me. It's got everything. It's got what else it got? It's got a swan mesh body. It's got a swan mesh body, dark brown, kind of unfinished but hand rub. It's got a roasted maple neck with what was talking about, like a rosewood fretboard, normal frets, and I'm thinking like the fretboard radius is about 13, and it's white rose in it. Right, yes, white rose in it, gold hardware, pretty cool. But I sold it away. And EMG pickups, yeah, EMG pickups, and I sold it away. I was in need of money back then, so yeah, I kind of regretted that. You want to buy a guitar at $200? Okay, Syed, what you do? You go down to this website called Thomann. I'm going to type it down. And then you look for Harley Benton. And you check out, all the guitars there and see which ones would suit your budget. Like, there are many. Like, I don't know what currency you're at, 200 US or 200, so Yeah, so you can take a look at that, and you can actually kind of like adjust your currency to suit you. Okay, so take a look there. Wait. Okay. German lesson flaw, yeah. Vada, yeah. Pronounce the German V as yeah, yeah, yeah. Vada, yeah. Yes, we are going to the Vada. We are going to visit. We are going to visit my Vada on the farm. On the farm. On his farm. Okay, Bear. Living in Arizona, do you keep your guitars with a humidifier in the room? All right, David. Is there a proper way to play modal without sounding like a scale affair? How and where to use the right notes? Vata. Okay, not Vada. That's Darth Vader. Ah. Okay, so it's Darth Vader. So all right. So now you know where Vader comes from. I could be wrong. Anyway, so yeah. So sorry, I'm distracted. Where were we? Okay, David. The scales and the modes. All of these are like for you to kind of explore your fretboard with, and to know that if I'm in the major key of E, I could play all these notes in E major. And if you're into modes, then you can kind of like understand that, well, if I start off the scale with a different note, then I'm playing a different mode. If I start with playing a different note on the scale, I'm actually playing a different mode. And the other way is for you to kind of like play on a major scale, but get to know and get to know your way around it. That's the reason why we practice scales, so that we can know our way around the fretboard. And like a lot of people just practice scales on one position, and that's so wrong. You need to practice scales all across the fretboard so that you kind of know. And the other thing I always talk about is chord shapes. So when you know your chord shapes, like in every chord has 3 shapes, so all across the fretboard, along the fretboard. So if you can kind of like link up your chord shape with a major scale, that's something. You have started something, yeah. And once you get to know about that, whether it's a major chord, a major 7 chord, a minor 7 chord, a dominant 7 chord, whatever it is, you kind of like understand. Okay, so I'm playing this position A. I could, I could just kind of like do a major scale on that. Then you start thinking of melodies. Forget about the modes and stuff like that, because it makes no point if you're doing modes but yet not creating something that's melodious. Well, unless you're like into like heavy jazz and avant-garde stuff, then you can go for that. But that is something else. But if you're thinking of like making melodies with it, then these are where you start. Where you start, and you start to find notes that make melodic sense. And the important thing to drill into your head is everything has to make melodic sense. If a note does not, or a linkage to another note does not make melodic sense, then don't play it. Try skipping notes, skipping strings, bending down. There's a whole lot of stuff. So that's what makes electric guitar so interesting. There's so many ways to approach a note. Hope you get all that. May the Furch be with you. Hi, Greg. How are you doing, Greg? Great of you to drop by. Andrew Awaken. Hey, that Fender Micro Mustang headphone amp I got from my daughter sounds great. So great that sometimes I play around with it at night. Sometimes after she's gone to sleep. That's bad, Andrew. Go and get your own. So I guess it's a gift for both of us. Well, if it sounds good, just get another pair. Oh, which reminds me. So I have this what you call this? This is a Sony MDR 7506, one of my favorite headphones. I have 2 pairs of this. And well, I bought a replacement earbud for this because it keeps on flaking off. So it started to flake off again. You can see it. Okay? Can you see it? Yeah. So it's flaking off again, and I'm just kind of sick of replacing these earbuds again. I went up and bought something from Brainworks, this company called Brainworks that sells replacement earbuds for the MDR 7506, and I got myself a sheepskin, or genuine sheepskin, and there's another one that's called perforated material, but I'm suspecting that one will flake. The perforated one will flake in time, but the sheepskin, if it's genuine, it will not flake. So I'm waiting for it to come. It's taking a whole long time to come. Anyway, yeah. I was bad. Timothy Matthews, I was bad. I ordered 4 oh my good lord. I ordered 4 Hardy Bentons. I'm lazy, so I'm getting them to put the lock-in tuners. We're still in lockdown, 3rd wave. Oh man. Okay. Eric Chow, hey Jonathan, guys, I finally bought a guitar since my last search, and my final pick after a long search went to the Furch guitar. Ah. So you bought a Furch guitar. And that's what Greg says. May the Furch be with you. Now, that's pretty awesome. So Greg and Eric, you guys know each other. Okay. Camp. I pimped a Harley Benton ST20 Kenny Red with a Fender Tex-Mex, pickguard, and also a DiMarzio humbucker in a single coil format at a bridge position. Sound huge. See the video on my channel. Alright, Camp. I will take a gander of it later on. Nice. Yeah, it sounds interesting. I actually want to show you guys something. Show and tell, right? As usual. What? How's the Viper LTD doing? Oh, it's hanging somewhere here. Here. I don't know, somewhere back there, I guess. Yeah, I'm not been playing it much, so I might just I'm thinking of selling it if it doesn't see much action. Yeah. Unfortunately, I have wonderful tones. There you go. Right. So actually, I want to show you this guitar. This is from Black Star, right? And unfortunately, the guys in City Music left out an important component, which is like a amp, a plug-in amp. This is supposed to be a travel solution for guitarists. It's a travel guitar, electric guitar, very cute. Right, it's got a sort of a P90 pickup at the bridge. Right, and I'm thinking it's a 20. Is it a 20 fret? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 fret guitar neck with a spoke wheel for your adjustment of your truss rod. I don't know the material. I don't know much about the material. String true. Yeah, real simple. 1 volume, 1 tone. Small little guitar. And it's supposed to come with the amp, the micro amp, but unfortunately they forgot about it. So there's no way I can try this out for you guys. So I'm terribly sorry about that. Yeah, I'll probably ask them to send it over soon. Oh wait, I'm going to see them on Monday anyway, so yeah. I'll probably, get the amp from there. But this is the other one that I wanted to show you guys. What's this? Right, so this is the Moore GE250 that some of you guys requested for. And I want to thank Janet from Davis for sending me this so that I can play around with it. I haven't got a chance to kind of fool around with it yet, but looks interesting, and I like the fact that it's in white. I know Starbucks and multi-effects doesn't really go well with white. Why? Because it gets dirty real fast, because your feet will be all over it. But I don't care. I like white. You know, it reminds me of the Stormtrooper. Anyway. Yeah. So it's the same problem, I think, because with most kind of like micro or floorboard, like the new X. This sweep, I don't think is adequate enough for a volume sweep or even for a wah-wah. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. You know what about this? This has MIDI in. Interesting. So I can actually control this with a MIDI foot switch, MIDI enabled foot switch. Right, this is how it looks like at the back. Can y'all see it? It's not focusing. Is it focusing? Okay. Alright, so left and right output. XLR out. Interesting. XLR out. That's what we want, right? Effects loop, expression pedal. You know, if you need to hook up an expression pedal for your wah-wah. So I think this is pretty interesting, pretty promising. I just want to hear how it sounds like. Supposedly had IRs capabilities, so meaning you can load in your own IRs if you want to. Yeah. So this will keep me occupied for a couple of days, I guess. Next week is a hectic week for me. Well, what I have on Monday, I have a video interview with some people. On Tuesday, I have my rehearsals number 2 for the live stream, and on Thursday I have another rehearsal, which is rehearsal number 3, and then the live stream itself, which is on Saturday. So yeah, my week is pretty well tied up. So I'm probably gonna give this a go in between those dates. So maybe probably come out with a video of this on Wednesday or on Friday. We'll see how it goes. Okay? And the other thing I want to show you, in case y'all haven't seen this, I'm sure you guys have seen this, and this is not the latest version of the Zoom recorder, but I've seen this in action like, what, 10 years ago? No, maybe more than that. Maybe less than that. Yeah, about 10 years ago I saw this, and I was really impressed with the sound that it's able to record. And I'm using this for the interview that I'm going to do, which is on site. And I play around with it, and I thought it was pretty good. I think I did which one did I did? I did a review of the G6 using this, because I had to like speak and play at the same time. So, and I had to record in stereo, right? So I had to use this as an auxiliary input, microphone input, and it worked really well. Yeah, quite impressed with this. Built-in compressor and other effects. So cool, nice. I want to thank City Music for loaning me this. Yeah, it's very kind of them. And this guitar is from City Music anyway, the Black Star. So okay, so Greg, I did buy a Yamaha NTX this week. Back on it. Wow, you guys are buying all sorts of guitars every day. Guys, thank you so much for your precious advice. Prego, David, prego. Esther, yeah, it's so cute, right? So small. Hickoror. Hello, how are you? Can you not plug into a normal amp? Yes, I can, but I want to plug into a micro amp to see how it works, you know, as a traveling guitar. Esther, looking forward to hearing your review about the tone capture feature. Yeah, that's something that that I would probably do if I have a good amp setup, where I can actually capture the tone. But we'll see how it goes if I have the time for it. Gustavo, yes, nice guitar. Lefty guitars. Hey John, I still to this day listen to the intro of what intro, Lefty? What is IR? IR bear is impulse responses, where they capture the sound of a cabinet. So if I were to play through a Marshall, say a Marshall JCM, 800, and I like the way it sounds, the cabinet, the way it sounds. So I would do a recording of the cabinet, so to capture the impulse responses from that cabinet, And there are a whole lot of IRs around in the market where they capture our cabinets, from the Vox amps to the Fender Twin Reverbs to the Fender Deluxe and whatever you have, the Orange amps, whatever you have in the market, the Mesa Boogie. It is how they sell them, and some of them are really good. Comes pretty close. I like the Three Sigma, and I use them. So for some of them, I just like yeah. Weight of the guitar video. I don't understand what you're talking about, Lefty. Which video are you talking about? Yeah. Hicaro, you can only use impulse responses to enhance the sound of acoustic or piezo guitar to make it sound more like an expensive guitar. Nope. Not just that. There's this unit that I have back there for Nuex, where it uses IRs for acoustic guitar. You can kind of like simulate the sound of a hummingbird or a D45 or whatever, but it worked to a certain extent, not fully. So it cannot completely transform your puny sounding guitar to a D45. No way. It comes a little bit close, just just a touch. Not a whole lot, and the technology is still far ahead, and we are still catching up to it. I'm sure there'll come a day when I can just plug in a normal guitar and make it sound a D45 completely, without any lag time, without anything. Yeah. Hi, Leon. How are you? Yes, you're about an hour late. It's okay. You have an hour more. It's not a 1-to-1, but you can definitely greatly improve the sound. Yes. Bear, I have many symptoms of Parkinson's, but the doctor said I already have tremors, not Parkinson's. I stopped buying stuff. Oh, okay. Okay. Can they give you any mats to dampen that? You gotta ask Ian Hicaro. Bear, you gotta ask Ian. Polite fan, hello JK, love you, bro. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. David, your studio is burning down. You can save only one guitar. Which one would you pick? I wouldn't answer that question. My guitars have feelings. They are really sensitive about it. So I wouldn't answer that question. I spoke to my guitar today. I spoke to my latest flame, my Nick Johnston Orange. Yeah, I told it. I was doing the video for the boost, or rather the drive core, or Nuex drive core deluxe, the latest one that I just did. So I was using the Orange Nick Johnston, and after playing, I was hugging it. I said, I really like the way you feel. You really sound good. Yeah, I was talking to it. Man, could be the vaccine. I don't know, but I was talking to my guitar. Anyway, the Luke, Andrew. Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry to hear that, Bear. But we're gonna pray for your condition later on, alright? So you stick around. If you need to go, let me know so that I can pray for you before you go. But yeah, we'll probably pray for that. He will pick the one closest to him. Oh man, I don't know, man. I really don't know. Yeah, let him sleep well. Or you talk to your guitars too, Scooter. Do you ask them out for burrito? You know what? I think if I were you, I'll buy a burrito for my guitar. But then I'll end up eating that too. So My wife knows about it. I even slept with my guitar once, so it's not surprising to her. Well, I slept with my guitar when I was young. When I fell in love with my first guitar, that was way before I met her. And yeah, I brought it to bed with me and cuddled it to sleep. Yeah, that's how. This. So have you guys watched the Zack Snyder's version of Justice League? Y'all know what I'm talking about? The Superman, Batman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Flash movie. Do you like the Zack Snyder's version? Because I absolutely adore it. It's 4 hours long. I just watched it yesterday night at one go, and it was like a completely different movie from the theatrical release. It was nice. It was nice. Hey, thank you, Lefty. You made a video discussing the weight of different guitars a while back. The intro. Oh, okay. Now I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Thank you so much, Lefty. Thank you so much. Bear, how many people in this chat has played or currently plays in a worship group? I do. Right, Dave? 4 hours long. Nice. David, do you like to put more distortion chain or not? No, it depends on what I want to do. Like I said, if I'm I'm giving the luxury of having like different presets in my Helix. So, if I'm using a pedal board, then it's a different thing. I'm talking like, all right now I'm talking like, if I own a pedal board, which I will probably soon because I'm building a pedal board right now. So if I have it in a chain, then no, I wouldn't have the distortion on all the time. Yeah, it would be off. I would like to have a clean signal. Yeah. Right, Scooter. Good for you. Way to go, brother. You too, Dave. Yes. Cool. I did. Alright, Bear. Many years. Hey, David. Thank you for coffee. Thank you so much, brother. He will. If you want to hear about what the Lord guided me to do when I was in Bible school. I was in Bible school for a while. I didn't want to lead worship. I didn't want to know how to. I didn't want to go there. I just want to play guitar in a worship team, and that's about it. So I thought that's about it. But when I went to Bible school, I had a great sister who had passed on. Her name is Mary. Was Mary. Great pastor, and she had stomach cancer, and she didn't have any stomach. And great sister, full of energy, full of encouragement. And she was the one who told me, Jonathan, you should try to worship lead. And I go like, but I can't because I don't think I have that in me. And she says, rubbish. How will you know if you don't try it? I said, okay. And she gave me some pointers. Just, every time you lead worship, all you need to do is just sit down and ask the Lord for the choice of songs you're going to do. And at the same time, have your wits about you to know what are the needs of the church that you're attending. Like, what's in the congregation, what are the needs, and ask the Lord what songs to do. And if you nail it right, if you got it right, sometimes when after your worship set, the preacher will come out on the pulpit and he will say, I got nothing to preach because everything has been said in the songs. And when she told me, I go like, whoa, that's powerful, right? So because of her, I started to lead worship, right? And I started leading worship, and I loved it. I loved to sing unto the Lord. And there was one time I did a afternoon session in school, and there was a preacher, an American guy, uh, he was supposed to preach, and I did a worship section, just me and my guitar, and that's about it. When I came off, and he went out to the pulpit, and he says, uh, I had nothing to preach because what I wanted to say, Jonathan has done so in his songs, his selection of songs. And I'm going like, and I took a sneak peek at my sister Mary, and she looked at me and she go like, and that was really powerful for me because it was a real encouragement for me. And it did happen subsequently many times after that when I was leading worship in church, and even small groups and stuff like that, where preachers were there to give sermons, and yeah, so thought I'd share this with you guys. So yeah, don't think that this is something that you don't want to do or you can't do. And what who said this? Scooter said that, let the Lord guide you. Yes, let the Lord guide you. He will guide you, and He will kind of prod you on and say, go for it, because you have the gift. I gave you the gift, so go and use it. Don't hoard it, right? Don't hoard that gift. The gift of music is from the Lord. I believe in that. And if He gives you that gift, yeah, share it. Bring some comfort and joy to the world. Andrew, I did a couple of decades ago, but then I moved and ended up attending a church where they actually had some good musicians. So that was man, you're selling yourself short, Andrew. Yeah, I'm sure you'll be up there just the same as them. Yeah. Hi, Alvin. How are you doing? All right, David. Why Helix or other pedal brands don't ask the professional guitarists like you to create cool presets to put in their? They actually did, but I'm not sure about who actually did it. But what I can tell you is that Helix, they treated me really decent. I mean, they're really good to me, especially the guys in the stateside. I forgot his name. Anyway, he was really decent to me. I mean, he sent me a replacement unit when mine broke down. My Helix LT broke down, and he gave me the support. Yeah. T Jackson, you're the man, brother. No, I'm not the man. You know who used to say that to me? My mentor. He passed on a couple of years back. His name was Iskandar Ismail. Yeah. A great musician. He graduated from Berkeley, and yeah, he always come to me and say, "John Z, you're the man." No, he goes like, "John, you're my main man." And I go, "Wow." Yeah, I miss him. I miss him so much. Yeah. The Flick. Hey, how are you? Hi, Jonathan. Great watching your live stream while I'm cooking your tea. Nice. I thought people would brew their tea, not cook their tea, unless your tea has potatoes and carrots in them. That'd be interesting. Lately, I'm having this craving for carrots. I don't know why. So I'm asking my wife, like, hey, come on, put some carrots in the dishes that you're cooking, because I thought it's great to have carrots, right? Hey, Alvin. Yeah, I miss you, brother. You haven't been around for a long time. Yeah, I'm trying not to make I'm trying to space out my content in a way. Because I think I might just be overdoing it a little bit, like coming up with videos every day, and it gets kind of, it's not really focused. So I'm trying to do videos alternate days and trying to keep the live stream to maybe twice a month. Yeah. Hope you guys understand. And the other thing that I received an email from Google is that didn't affect me much, but basically they're telling me that the U.S. government will be taking 30% of taxes from any revenues that I get from the state side. So if you guys are staying in Tucson, Washington State, or wherever you are in the states, whatever you're doing for the channel, 30% will go back to the government, the U.S. government. So that's going to kick in real soon, at probably August. So yeah, I wasn't too affected because I didn't start this channel to make money, right? In any case, but yeah, I mean, the money helps because there are certain things that need upkeep, But yeah, so the start you guys would know. The ones that will be, how should we say, more effective would be guys like the Australian, like what's this guy called from what's his name? Dude, why am I forgetting stuff? Shane, yeah, Shane from what guitar, whatever his channel. So he's got a huge following, and that will probably affect him more. 30% is a big deal, unless Australia has a tax treaty with America, in which case he is only taxed 15%. Yeah. Ian, yeah, fellow Brit, are turning rabbit. You're turning. Yeah, what's up, Doc? Hey, Jonathan, if you didn't use a Helix, what Multi Effects unit would you use? I don't know, man. I would probably go for a, like, if Helix hasn't been around, or whether Helix, yeah, wasn't there in the first place, right? I'll probably be migrating to a Kemper. Yeah, I'll probably using a Kemper right now. Yeah. Yeah, in the blues. That's right. Going to a year there. Two things are certain: death in Texas. Yes, Ian. David, just trying to suggest on purpose. Better now. Cool. Well, you're playing as you're watching this live stream. That's pretty awesome. Or you, David? Tutto bene. Bravo. Yeah. So I want to thank you guys again for your support. Yeah, you guys have been pretty awesome to me. Thank you. God bless you. Arthur, are you from Aloha, from Hawaii? Ba 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 ba. I love it every time Hawaii 5.0 came on during the 60s. I would be watching, waiting for it to come in. And sometimes the visual will come in before the audio, so you have this guy surfing on that wave and then go. Whoa, it's on. McGarrett, I like him a lot. Not his toupee though, but he's a handsome-looking fella. Okay. So where are we? Hi, Jonathan. I can't pronounce your name. Sorry. You're from Russia, right? Yes. Hi, Jonathan. What is better than the new X MG30 or Moore G25 to 200, 300? What would you recommend? Closer to Helix. Oh. Okay. My Russian brother. Everything is okay. You have to look at the price. Which one is more expensive. So I always said, and I will be saying it again, you pay or you get what you pay for. Most times. Sometimes you don't get what you pay for because you've been overcharged and you've been ripped off. But in most cases, you get what you pay for. So the Helix, why it's so expensive, is because there's so many options there for you to play around with, and there's so many options for you to do the things that you need to do if you need to do them. You get what I mean? So our lesser multi-effects board like the New X or the GE has limited capabilities. I find that the GE right now, I'm just seeing it. Right, when I'm taking a look at this GE250, this Moore GE250, I find that this has better capabilities than the New X MG30. But I'm not sure about the sound, how it sounds like. But it has MIDI in, it has XLR out, which the New X doesn't. The New X has MIDI, but it's in the form of a USB-C. In which case, you need to buy a converter, which I bought one. I'm going to show you how it looks like. So this is how a USB-C. If you guys have a New X MG30, and you need a MIDI pedal board to expand the capabilities. then you might probably want to get one of these. I ordered this from AliExpress. So basically, you have a USB-C port here. I wonder if you can see this. Good Lord, it's hidden right inside here. Why is it hidden? Why is this? Why are you being so difficult? Come on. Right? So this is a USB. You see that? Yeah, USB-C port. It goes through an adapter, and then you have two MIDI cables here, so you can function this. You can swap between in and outs for this. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, you can order. These are not expensive. These are relatively cheap. It's about what, $19 or $18 Singapore dollars, and you can order them from AliExpress. And I would have to need this if I were to use this in conjunction with a MIDI pedal board with my new X30 and MG30, because the MG30, even though it came with the dual foot switch, I find that I needed more. I needed more capabilities to it. So I was thinking of using a MIDI foot switch, which when it comes, I'll show it to y'all. That will come in handy, But with the GE, the Moore, you don't have to buy an adapter like that. It comes in with the MIDI port. XLR out is a great inclusion because it solves the problem that I always have when I'm playing in my church or anywhere else, where DIs are like a rare commodity. It's like as rare as gold in a silver mine. You know how churches are, DIs will not work, and something will go wrong, and you come in, we're all hopeful with my MG30 and go, I'm going to go stereo today. Nope, not going to happen. Yeah, but it never happened to me when I'm bringing my Helix to church, because my Helix has XLR out, so I don't have to be dependent on any DIs. So I'm hearing stereo. I'm fine. I'm happy. But then I got to lug my Helix all the way there. So this is a good option, having XLR out, which I applaud them for this. Yeah, great. So this is a VGE 250. This is not a GE 200. So I wonder what's the difference between the GE 200 and the V. Oh, it's the same. It's a GE 250. I'm looking at this. It's a VG. So it's GE 250 as opposed to GE 200. Interesting. Yeah, we'll know. We'll know about this when I try them out. Scooter, you are a ministry, but thank you, Scooter. We do what we can. Bear, I also watch Pete John's channel. Cool. T Jackson, I use a Digitech GSP 1101 multi effects. Is awesome. You should try one. Okay, if I have a chance. It's the drum, isn't it? It's a How If I Were theme. Yes. Drum machines did not exist at that time. Of course it doesn't. That was a real drum. I want to find out who played that drum. That drum session for the soundtrack of How If I Were. It'd be interesting to know. Alvin, do you think for what volume a modeler is better than a tube amp? I was thinking about a tube amp, but I don't think I would really be able to push even a small one in my bedroom. That's an interesting question, because I would, Esther, you know your stuff, Esther. You're the girl. See, Esther just kind of like clear me up. So the GE200 doesn't have a tone catcher option, and there's only 3 foot switches. Good for you, Esther. Anyway, coming back to you, Alvin. I was actually at one point thinking of getting the twin reverb, Fender twin reverb, but the Tone Master version, which is basically not a tube amp. It's basically a modeler. But why I liked it was because you can go down as slow as 1 watt, where you can even go silent for silent recording right out of the IR out into my door if I need to, and then having a Fender twin amp here, that would be nice. and then having the option to play it loud as I can be, even more than 1 watt. You can go up to your usual, usual wattage, how loud a Fender Twin Reverb, which is really loud. You can go that loud too. And from what the reviews I've read and seen so far, they sound pretty close to a Fender Twin Reverb. So that's one option for me. Of course, the price is pretty high too. So for you, you have to think about whether you should get a small tube amp or a tube amp that is capable of playing real soft, like the Langley Cub that I reviewed a couple of videos back. That was a good option for you to think about. So you might just want to think about that. Jacob, Jonathan, how are you connecting your IEM when you play for worship? Do you connect it to your Helix? What? Or our wireless receiver unit? What's the best way to do this? All right. Well, this cause my church, we use a headphone system, right? A IEM system, which is called MyMix. And what MyMix does is the same as the ones that I use in the professional stage. We use what's the one that I use? Oh man, I forgot the name. The professional ones. Oh man, it's coming. It's gone. Anyway, we use a 32 track IEM kind of head unit for each individual musician, so we can kind of balance ourselves. How loud we want the drums to be, how loud the bass is supposed to be, so thereby giving the studio, or rather the monitor soundman, a little bit of a breather. And it's good because you hooked up your IEMs directly to that unit. For live work, when I'm playing in big stages, like when I go on tour, I would have a wireless receiver pack where I have my IEMs hooked to there, and it'll be hooked up to the head unit because I'll be moving up and down the stage. But if I was playing in church where there's not a whole lot of moving around, I will have it connected to the head unit of MyMix with extension, and that's about it. So I can hear my Helix or whatever I'm playing through the head unit, right? But if you do not have a head unit like what my church has, then you got to think about finding a way where you can monitor your sound. So it's either FR, a stage monitor, or even an amp, where you don't go through the preamp of the amp. You just go down for the cabinet. That might work. It would not be optimal, but it might just work. I would rather prefer that you have it hooked up to a stage monitor, a powered stage monitor. That would be better. There, I have a PV Classic 20 mini head, all tube, and it has USB out, XLR out, 2 files, and 1 and just shut off the speaker out, and just that's nice. Yeah, that's a good choice. Yeah, that's a good choice. All right, Esther, you own one. Okay. Andrew Awaken. Remember when my church started playing using Avion? That's right, Avions. Thank you, Andrew. You're always a lifesaver. So yeah, like I was saying, when I'm playing in big stages in most of my secular gigs, we were using Avions. So we are using Avions 360 now, where you have 36 tracks. Yeah, 32 tracks or 36 tracks. 32 tracks, right? 36 tracks. Yeah. Yes, 5-0. Right, Timothy, the original. Yeah, nice. But if you're going to use IEMs, make sure you have good IEMs. Are the ones that comes with your phone, just doesn't cut it. You need to have enough bass response and not overly hi-fi sounding. Like sometimes you get too much bass response. All you hear is bass. I like to hear bass because I need to pitch right when I'm playing, but not a whole lot. Just enough for me to feel it. But I like to hear drums too, so it has to be punchy at the same time. And I have really nice IEMs. I have good experiences with good IEMs. So I went through a whole lot of IEMs. I bought the cheap ones, the KZ, where you can buy from. I think I did a review of that from AliExpress or so. And it doesn't cost a whole lot, but they're great. They're great for stage use. Even for stage use, I use the KZs for my church, and sometimes for my live streams. But mostly on my live big secular concerts, I will use my I'll show it to you. I would use my Shure 546, if I'm not mistaken. So what it's called, 546? Sure, 546? Sorry, 846. 546. Yeah, so I would use the Shure 846. That's how it looks like. Right, and these are really expensive, I wouldn't buy one because I can't possibly afford this. This is like almost over $1,000 Singapore dollars. It was given to me by my brother Eric because he doesn't use it, so it's a nice gift from him. And it worked. I like the way it sounds. I'm hearing everything in my ears, and because I am a music director, sometimes in some of my gigs, I need to hear everything. So it's a great pair of IEMs for me. All right. Eric Chow, Max Weinberg. Sure about that? He's a drummer? Cool. Bear, John, do you use the same gauge strings on all your guitars? Yes. Except for my acoustic guitars. I used 13s on my Martin D35. I used 12s on the rest of the guitars, like the Angier and the Taylor 514 series, and the Harley Benton, the one you see on top. So all these are strung with 12s. My electric guitars are all strung with 010s. Alvin, I think for the Langley Cup for clean, you could use a 15 watts or just switch to one. Fender 07 is similar and it has a alternator. Yes, I never know until I try, of course. Yes, you should. You should go down to your shop and try it. Jacob, I bought the KZ. Yes, cool. That's the one I had. Yeah, it's a great pair of IEMs. It's so cool to see you two Brits talking to each other, Ian. You and the Flick. The Flick was asking me a question a couple of hours back, if you're not mistaken. I forgot what the question is. But I remember I told you to drop into the live stream, and you did. Alright, got half an hour more. You guys have any more questions? I think I just did what I need to do. So Backstar, yeah, it's about got nothing else to show you. Have you seen the Drive Core video yet? Yeah, that was supposed to be the NUX take on the Tube Screamer, and I thought it was really interesting. Yeah, it's an interesting pedal. Should I go cycling, man? Should I go cycling? I should, right? Take a short ride, come back by 4:30 a.m. Take a shower and head out to sleep by 5. Yeah, that will work. That's what I do. I plan, but the execution is another thing altogether. All right, Eric. Take care. Good night. Bear, you still around, Bear? Freddy, hello Jonathan. Is it possible to make a shadow sound on Nuix MG30? Yes, I believe you can. Provided you have a nice strat. Yeah. Yeah, I believe you can. With a little bit of tweaking, yeah, you can. Sure, David. I would try to come as soon as possible. Alvin, I haven't found an effect on my modding amp that is good, but the amps are great. Is this the case in most modding effects in your opinion? No. The modding effects on amps just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Like, my earlier experiences with the Line 6 Spider amps, those Line 6 amps with, with modelings, like, they incorporate a port or whatever into the amp. It just doesn't sound the same. Yeah, it just doesn't work that way. You'll be better off buying a tube amp. This is why I advise people all the time. So you get a nice clean tube amp with a nice preamp, where you can have some gain on it, but plays well with pedals and get a multi, or whether get like the Cerbus. The Nuix Cerbus is a great piece of great tool to use in conjunction with a tube amp. Yeah. Bear, well, it means like Shadows, Cliff Richard and Shadows, Hank Marvin, the Strat sound, the surf kind of music. Yeah. I prefer my pedals for overdrive and modulation of my modding amp. Yeah, okay. So Bear, you're here, right, Bear? I'm gonna pray for you right now. Okay. Lord, I thank you for my brother Bear. I just pray that, Lord, that you will watch over his health, even as he informed us of the onset of Parkinson's. The Lord, that you would give wisdom to his doctors to dispense the right medication for him to control this condition, Lord. I also pray for peace in his heart to know that, Lord, that you are in control, that you're in charge, that he would have no worries because, Lord, he would depend on you totally, Lord. So, Lord, protect him, watch over him, grant him comfort, Lord. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Hi, Jack Collins. I was talking to someone from Louisiana. Yeah, and I think, when did I talk to him? Last night? Yeah, yesterday. Yeah, or this morning. I forgot. I was on the phone with him because he was thinking of getting lessons from me. So, yeah. How are you, Jack? Are you doing okay? You're welcome, Bear. You're welcome, brother. You're still playing LTD? Cool. Right, Scooter. No worries. What are you doing on your guitar? What are you working on? I'm visiting Wayne tomorrow. I'm getting my Nick Johnston, sending it down to him to get it looked at because I find it's a bit noisy uh, compared to my 50 Fender Japan Strat. It's a whole lot noisier than my Fender Japan. So I'm thinking maybe the earth or the grounding is not done correctly. So I'm gonna like take a look at it, have him take a look at it and see what he can do. And also like getting him to put lumilets, lumilets on the side of the fretboard so that it glows in the night. Yeah. So it'd be cool because as y'all might know from the last stream, that the brass inlays on the fretboard with the roasted maple fretboard just doesn't work because you can't see the dots anyway. And I need to see the dots at times, especially when I'm like changing stuff in that. So it's a good indication of where I am. And, yeah, but I can play with it. It's just that I just need a little bit more indication. We'll see how it goes. Strap locks. Hey, you know what, Scooter? Have you watched the video from the guy from Warmouth where he was talking about his favorite strap locks that he uses? In the end, he wasn't in favor of using any kind of strap locks that we all are familiar with. He was advocating for that strap lock where you have a real big, like a real big round top, and then you have kind of like a depth to it, so that your strap will go down to it, but it won't easily slip off. And he was saying that those are the best so far, and you don't have to go through the hassle of having a strap locks in it. But I never had problems with my strap locks before. I used the Dunlop strap locks, and it worked fine for me all this year. So yeah. Anyway, I just thought it would be interesting to know about this. Bear, is Singapore part of Malaysia? It used to be a long time ago, until we became independent, because it's a whole lot of politics and stories and racial issues. But Singapore broke off with Malaysia back in 1965, and we've been independent ever since. So we were predominantly part of Malaya for the longest time, and it was a challenging period for us when we broke off with Malaysia, because we didn't have any resources. Malaya, or rather the whole peninsula of Malaysia, have everything from oil to palm trees to rubber to whatever, coal, silver, and everything. But Singapore is nothing. There's nothing in Singapore. So the fact that we are still here and still around and still doing well is because of our founding father, Lee Kuan Yew. He was the one who advocated the independence of this country, and I mean, I'm always thankful for him that he brought the country to where it is right now. Yeah. Okay, Julio. Okay, you take care. I would love to North Carolina, because one of my cousins stays there. Yeah, she's married there, so I would love to go over there, visit her and visit you. I'm thinking about getting a mono price 5-watt similar to Harley Benton, or getting a Fender Bruce Jr. or like a Glennie Club. I like the Vox AC Amos too. Yeah, take a look and try it out and see what it sounds like. Because you can't. Amps are just like guitars. You can't possibly buy online and hope for the best. You need to go down and listen to your ears, and And my advice is to if you're gonna buy it for your home use, you have to imagine where you're sitting and where the amp's gonna be. How will you place your amp? Is your amp gonna be behind you? If your amp is behind you, then when you're testing in the shop, it has to be behind you. So whether it sounds good, or is the amp beside you like this? So you have to kind of place your amp in the shop where you think or sit where you think you're gonna be at home, to get a rough indication of how it will sound like. David, 21, 22, or 24 frets. Which one suits better your hands? I can play any ones, but I don't think I need 24 frets. Yeah, I seldom go up that high anyway. So 22 is just nice for me. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, don't let that junior thing pull you off. It can get pretty loud. Yeah, David's right. The blues junior can be really loud. Freddie, yes, Freddie. What's the question? I can't see it on the main screen. There are lots of free patches for the MG300. Can these also be used on? No, unfortunately not. They're not compatible with one another. So, yeah, you can't use MG300 for the MG30. Yeah, you gotta beat them from scratch. But MG30 comes with a whole lot of presets, so you can play around with those. There's some really nice ones from Jonathan Cody has really nice patches, so you can kind of like build your patches from there. You know, my PV has two EL84 tubes and 3 preamp tubes. Cool. 12 EX7s. Where? Conrad? Hey, hi. So you're from California? Nice. I always liked PVMs back in the days. Yeah, I used to play on PVMs in my club days. And my first gig, my first professional gig, I was using a PVM. I've got a model though. Great, nice. Thank you well. Danke. What's the word for welcome? You're welcome. I have 5 or 6 amps, my good lord. You're from Poland? Aye. That's a whole lot of amps, Bear. Where do you find place to keep all these amps? But then again, Arizona is big. You guys got big houses there anyway, so. What about scale length? I'm thinking of going to buy a PRS model to be a 25 inch as opposed to the 25 and a half. Yeah, and Gibson. Do you find particular differences on there? Of course, there are differences. Like, that's why Gibsons are easier to play. For me, I love the Fender length, the 25 and a half, because I like my guitar to kind of like fight back a little bit, to have a little bit of attention. I didn't like the tone to tell you frankly, I didn't like the tone of PRS guitars, because it's like, what we Chinese used to say, not here, not there, 不三不四, not 3, not 4. It's like not here and not there. So somehow gets lost in the translation between 25 and a half and 25, so yeah, I just didn't like it that much. Mind you, there are some nice sounding PRS guitars out there, great pickups and stuff like that. But somehow, yeah, I'm just not a fan. 2 Fenders, 2 PVs, and a Marshall and a Boss 100 Katana. Wow. That's awesome. I have an old Fender red knob twin. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Ben Sylvester, hi from Atlanta. Wow. Enjoying Singapore-like weather for the day, sitting with a beer, and loving the J stream. Cool, man. It's getting hot this few days, and start raining again. So it's a bummer. SE pickups tend to be weak. Well, I've tried some non-SE PRS, and they don't sound good too. There are a couple of ones that sound nice, but generally I'm not a fan. Yeah, sorry if you're a PRS fan. Someone was asking me on one of the videos, what is the most... Oh no, someone that I know asked me, what is the most comfortable guitar playability wise that I've ever played? And he gave me a couple of examples. Is it a Fender or the Gibsons and all that? And I answered him, no, it's the G&Ls. All the G&Ls that I played with, especially the Fullerton Deluxe, they are really the most comfortable guitars that I ever played. I mean, in terms of playability, right? The way it feels in my hands, the 9.5 fret radius with the C medium C shape, and the body contoured bodies that that they have for Fender for the Fullerton Deluxe. They're really nice. It feels good playing on one. And I like the sound. Like you have a choice of selection from the MFD pickups to the Z coils, MFDs. You get really nice sound. And you want to get like a standard Strat sound. You can get an Eco, and you get a G&L Legacy. You have a real nice tone. So yeah, G&L is like something like the underdog, in many ways, because but I think they are one of the most playable guitars that I ever played before. Got Seymour Duncans for it. Cool, sounds better. But going for the Fat Cat P90s for it though. I'm a P90s fan. Cool. Way to go, awesome. The Ibanez Quantum humbuckers are pretty good. Ceramic ceramic pickups, nice. I'm a fan of ceramic pickups. Freddie, thanks for your live stream. See you next time. All right, Freddie, you take care. Take care. Yeah. David, I tried to emulate the 3 delay systems of Lukather. Still can't find the right feedback amount. Any advice? You don't want to have it too much. Try to have like 1 or 2 feedback. You can actually audibly hear 1 or 2 feedback, and that'll be enough. Yeah. Going to have to leave now. Thank you for nicely informed 2 hours, and stay safe. All right, going to. Guten Tag. Auf Wiedersehen. Like them over Nikos. Wendy, have you ever heard of Zemalitis guitar? I recently ordered one. No, I've not. Yeah. Never heard of it, actually. So, let us know. How is it? Where do you order it from? Grazie mille, fratello. Grazie mille. I try to do what I can. Yeah. Ben Sylvester picked up a SA2200 and really like the lighter strings. Have you ever tried lighter strings on the Strat or Les Paul? How much differences? Ay. You're a bad boy, Scooter. Why don't you get some and send them over where you're at it? I would love me some pork skin, which I can't seem to get any here, right? So, anyway, Ben, sorry, I was distracted. Yeah, I mean, I played from, gosh, 08s, 09s, 010s. Even double a bit in 09.5, on the 9.5. But I prefer the 10s right now. And you would think it's a bit crazy because as I get on in age, that I prefer the heavier gauge. But I found that the 010 sounds a whole lot better than 08s. I break less strings, and they stay in tune better. Yeah, so especially when I'm doing my tremolo style of playing, I need the guitar to stay really in tune. So the 010s really help a lot. And that's why I'm always raving about the Vega Trem, because the Vega Trem has a part to play because you just keep the guitars, solid in tune. So that's the way I play. Yeah. So string gauges are important to me. Tangima guitars, I heard of that. I heard of them, Tangima guitars, but I haven't played on one yet. Wendy, they have their own website. Their manufacturers are in Japan right now. Okay, it's my second guitar from the SG. So it's a SG shape guitar, Wendy? Or do you buy it in Singapore? What are you talking about? David, you have a lot of patience with my questions. Really appreciate it. Nah, it's okay. It's okay, David. That's what the stream is about, for you to ask me questions, because once there's no questions, I'm kind of like lost as to what to do. Jack Collins, my wife grounded me from my Boss Katana. Guess I got a little too loud on Sunday. Yeah, I'll figure that. Oh man, that was so cute. Headphones, Jack. Headphones. You gotta invest in one soon. BJ, did I did a review of the Taylor Core? Did I? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. No, I didn't. I might be wrong. You might check my playlist. I have a playlist for acoustic guitars. Right? Hi, Kurt. How are you? Hey. Hi, Kurt. It's so nice of you. How you doing? You doing fine? Cool. Good to hear. Good to hear. I'm really impressed with the manual for the GE250. It's like kind of well put together. Schecter just came out with a Van Noise tally. Looks and sounds promising. I know. I've been eyeing that, and I'm waiting for Jeanette to order some so I can try it. Alvin, have you seen the new Dan Electro Spring Reverb pedal? No, have not. Any future plans to play somewhere in the States? No. Sorry, Ben. I think we were staying. away from the States for for a considerable amount of time, especially now with the thing that's going on in the States with the with all this how should we say anti-Asian Americans kind of a crime spree that's happening. But that's not the case. That's not the case. It's always been a consideration for the promoters there because even last year when we went up in February when we head up to Reno, we were warned when we were transiting from Hong Kong because when we were traveling, we were hearing news about the Wuhan contagion, where it just really first started, and we were told to wear masks when we touched down in Hong Kong. So we did. We masked up. But then when we were flying down to Reno, we were warned by our promoters that when we hit our LA, yeah, we went to LA. Was it LA or was it somewhere else? I forgot. Yeah. Anyway, so we were told to take off our masks when we reached the American airports. And I found out why, because those guys weren't happy with us wearing masks back then. And yeah, and that was this kind of like you can feel in the air, like this animosity against us because they were thinking like we bring in the virus and stuff like that. But it wasn't full blown then, so it was not that bad yet. But I guess things got worse when we came back after we did our gigs. We came back, and then the shit hits the fan, so to speak, and everything went haywire. And and for this whole duration, and lately we've been hearing reports of what's been happening, for the past year or so. So the promoters are really wary about doing shows in the States, especially in the Las Vegas or Reno, Atlantic City, because they don't want to have problems with anyone. So in America, in the States being where it is right now, we probably would not be going up there for maybe more than a year or so. Like we're talking about what year is this? 2021. We're talking about maybe 2023. That's not good news for us because we need work. I want to go to the States because I have a lot of good friends there, and my godchildren are there, and I want to go to the GNL factories. But unfortunately, that's not what it's supposed to be. So I'm gonna lay off plans of visiting the States until 2023. On the flip side of the coin, if things got a little bit better, we might be going to Europe, places like London and possibly Italy, and down under. Right, we're talking about Perth or Sydney, Melbourne, or maybe New Zealand. Hopefully, we're keeping our fingers crossed, and then Canada. So chances of us hitting Canada, states like Vancouver or Toronto is much higher than us going to the stateside. So yeah, that's the way it is. But we have like 20 shows booked at the beginning of next year, which is 2022, for the south of China. So we're talking about the southern provinces or the southern states of China. We'll be having 20 shows there, and that will include Hong Kong, and then parts of Asia. Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to touring again. I'm looking forward to travel again. And that's the reason why I had a vaccine, because the earlier I get a vaccine, the earlier it'll be for me to kind of like do a quick getaway to maybe Taiwan, to Taipei, visit some friends there, and with my wife. That'd be great. Milligan, I knocked over my acoustic guitar yesterday. Oh man, dude, that's so sad. But how bad is it? Can it be repaired? Because I know Wayne can do this. Wayne can resurrect that guitar. Yeah. I watched your review of the super cheap Harley Benton and bought one this morning. And bought one. And now I'm feeling anxious, and so much more to electric guitars. Yes, there is a whole lot more guitars. especially the electric guitars. Yeah, it's a whole, so brand new world, a whole new world. uh, Scooter. I thought you said you are welcome to stay with me anytime. It's okay. I got friends in Tucson. Yeah, we can get and we can have burritos, Mexican food. Andrew, we can come to Florida. Our governor is opening things up faster than I want him to. Yeah, I would love to go to Florida. Heard so much about that place. Yeah, that's one place I would want to visit. Great to hear you got some gigs lined up. Oh yeah, but still a long time. It's a couple of months before we do anything. The so-called Spanish flu originated in Kansas, swine flu. I know. All right, Scooter, you go make a dinner. You have a good day now. All right, okay, I know you're in Phoenix, but I have friends in Tucson, so I can always visit you if I want to. You can always drive down to Tucson if you want to. Dan, looking forward to hear your tour plans. I need to travel again too. Yeah, we all need to travel again. I'm getting like cabin fever. It's kind of awkward. Like when I got vaccinated, it just I'm trying too hard to have a conversation with people, with strangers. I can feel it. Like I'm not usually like that, and I will strike a conversation with people, and that's something I notice about it. It's just maybe I'm just lonely, sticking in this room with myself and my family, and that's about all I do. Yeah, I need to get out more. Anyway, rice with garbanzo, beans and asparagus. Nice. Alright guys, I need to go. I'm still thinking whether I should take a short ride. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. That's always the excuse. In any case, I'll pray for you guys before I go. Alright? So if you indulge me just a couple of moments. Thank you, Jesus, for tonight. I just want to pray for my brothers and sisters here, that Lord, that you will watch over them. Watch over their health, Lord. Watch over their families. And may the joy of you, Lord, be their strength. And may you guide them in whatever they do. Be with them every moment of the day, Lord. And encourage them, Lord, to do things that they would never thought of doing. Encourage them in all goodness. Encourage them to love others. And encourage them to be loved by others too, Lord. I thank you, Lord, for tonight. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. It's okay, David. It's okay. Bye, Ian. I need to call you again, Ian, and speak to you. Yeah. It's always nice to speak to an Englishman. Bye, Bear. Bye, Andrew. Bye, Kurt. Bye, Scooter. Bye, Orion. No ghost story this time. Sorry. Bye, Alvin. You take care. Bye, Andrew. Bye, Jacob. Let's have coffee sometime, Jacob. Bye, Michael. Thank you. Thank you. Right. We're so polite, aren't we? We were raised that way, aren't we? Night, William. Bye, William. Okay, I'm going off. Bye. Ciao. Bye, Bear. Good night. Ciao, David. Bye, David. We'll see, Orion. Bye, Minigan.